Hello students, today we are going to discuss the anomalous type of secondary growth in which the cambium is non-adaptive. In this case, the first is the successive ring of cambium. We had already completed other type of anomalous secondary growth which are non-adaptive. In this heading, it is also non-adaptive. So this is also included in non-adaptive type of abnormal secondary growth or anomalous secondary growth. So the first is successive ring of cambium. In this, the cambium rings are formed regularly at interval. One cambium ring, it starts to cut the secondary tissues. ए तुम लोग हल्ला मत करो. It starts to cut secondary the cambium ring one after another, and each of the cambium ring produces secondary structures, that is secondary xylem and secondary phloem. So first of all, before coming to the anomalous secondary growth or secondary growth in Boerhaavia, that is non-stellar, we first of all we should know the primary structure of the Boerhaavia stem. The Boerhaavia is the plant of family Nyctaginaceae, and this is also a twinner, and in this, when we cut the section, transverse section of the stem, we shall find 3 rings of cambium in the ground tissue. The first ring, that is this is the first, that is the innermost cambiums, which there are 2 in numbers, and they are arranged vis-a-vis, means face to face in the middle, and these cambiums are conjoined, collateral and open, means it contains xylem and phloem, and in between the two there is the cambium ring, and these are the 2 vascular bundles which are situated in the innermost zone of the ground tissue, that is inside the pith, and thereafter there is a ring of the second ring, in which also the cambium is found. These are also conjoint, collateral and lateral, collateral, conjoint, collateral and open, means xylem and phloems are found, and in between them there is a strip of cambium. The outermost ring is also found, the third ring is also found, which contains several vascular bundles. They are several in numbers, and they are also conjoint, collateral and open. Thereafter is the zone of pericycle, and then the endodermis, and afterward the cortex is found. In the lower cortical cells are of chlorenchymatous type, and upward the cells of cortical region are collenchymatous. The innermost layer of the cortex contains chlorenchymatous, means these cells contain chloroplast, and afterward it is of several layer, and afterward just upper, in the upper side there are several 3 to 4 layers of collenchymatous cells which have thickenings at the corner of cellulose, and thereafter is the epidermal layer, and then as it is a dicot stem, so multicellular hairs emerges from it. So now we shall see in detail what is the primary structure of the Boerhaavia stem. It is just like the, first of all, right here, the first point of primary structure is that epidermis primary structure. The epidermis with thick cuticle, The first character of primary structure is the epidermis is of thick cuticle. Then there is the zone of hypodermis, hypodermal zone just below the epidermis. Hypodermis is of collenchymatous type. As you know, in the collenchyma there is the thickening of cellulose at the corner. So hypodermis is collenchymatous, and next to the hypodermis there is the zone of chlorenchyma. Below the hypodermis, there is the zone of chlorenchyma. With 3 to 4 layers. Then there is the region, the last, at the innermost region of the cortex is the endodermis. Endodermis is well defined. Means it is clearly visible. So endodermis is well defined, and next to it is the zone of pericycle. Pericycle contains a strand of sclerenchyma. Generally, sclerenchymatous cells are hexagonal, which contain the thickening of lignin. So the pericycle contains the strand of sclerenchyma. The next is the vascular bundles. Vascular bundles. Vascular bundles are arranged in 3 rings. The first is, the innermost is 2 vascular bundles which are conjoint, collateral and open. This is the term. Conjoint means xylem and phloem together forms the vascular bundle. Collateral means the phloem is inward, xylem is outward, and open means collateral means xylem is inward, phloem is outward, open means a strip of cambium is found between them. So these 2 vascular bundles are arranged vis-a-vis arrangement. Vis-a-vis arrangement means face to face arrangement. The first layer. The second layer is the ring. The second ring contains more vascular bundle which are also conjoint, collateral and open. Next to this ring there is the third ring which also contains more than the second ring. The number of vascular bundles are more than the second ring, and they are also the third ring. The third ring also contains more VB, and they are also conjoint, collateral and open. So the third ring also contains the vascular bundles, and this is the chief character of primary tissues in the stem of Boerhaavia that shows later on the successive rings of cambium. Why it is called successive ring of cambium? Because in this case one ring, the outermost ring of the vascular bundles, that is the third ring, which is just below the pericycle, starts secondary growth, and here these 2 vascular bundles and this the second layer, this also form they also form secondary tissue, but here the interfascicular cambium is not produced, but the layer which of the cambium which is the intrafascicular, known as the intrafascicular cambium, starts to cut secondary tissue outward, just the phloem outward and xylem below, inside, and that is, but here the interfascicular cambium is not produced. So the secondary growth in this case in the first and the second layer occurs only inside the vascular bundles, not the ring is formed, and the secondary tissues are not formed in entire ground in the entirely. So the secondary growth occurs in these layers itself within themselves. So this is the primary structures, and afterward the third layer, here in the third layer of the vascular bundles, they are, when the time comes for secondary growth, the intrafascicular cambium becomes meristematic and it starts cutting meristematic cells and it forms a ring like a structure that is known as intrafascicular cambium, that later on joins as a ring, just like the typical secondary growth in the stem. So first of all, know the primary structure. Yes, successive ring of cambium is so called because when the one ring completes its secondary growth, a second layer of cambium is produced and it also start cutting the secondary tissues, and that is the song that is repeated and repeated, and this goes on, and so there seems several layers of cambium, several rings of cambium, one after another. So it is called the successive ring of cambium. So it is also the anomalous secondary growth and non-adaptive in nature. Now see what happens after the secondary growth. The secondary structure. Now see the secondary structure. First of all, let us draw the topographical structure of the Beauravia stem, TS of Beauravia stem. The outermost layer, that is this is the epidermal layer, and this is the cortical region, cortex, and the innermost layer here, this is the endodermis, and afterward there are the secondary tissue later on formed, and this is the structure of the second row of vascular bundles, and this is the middle row. This is the middle row of the vascular bundle. So actually this is formed. This is formed. This is secondary tissue. This is the second row of VB. This is the innermost vascular bundle. So this is the topographical structure. Topographical structure. Topographical structure. What happens in the secondary growth? The vascular bundles, the outermost layer of the vascular bundle and the ring of the vascular bundle, which contains vascular bundle which are conjoined, collateral and open, and intrafascicular cambium is found inside the vascular bundle, starts cutting cells and becomes meristematic, and its later on joins with the other vascular bundle. So in the outermost ring A, the outermost ring A is formed, and this outermost ring starts to cut secondary xylem inward and secondary phloem outward. Secondary xylem inward and secondary phloem outward. But in general cases, what happens? The secondary xylem is produced in the lower inside in the entire zone of the ring, and secondary phloem is formed outside in the entire zone of the ring. But here, in between the two xylems, there here the tissue are produced which are parenchymatous in nature. These are the tissue produced which are parenchymatous in nature, but it contains fibers that helps the plant to give mechanical strength, and it also have a secondary function. It also functions as the food storage tissue. So this is the interfascicular cambium, that is the interfascicular cambium between the two bundles, and so a ring of cambium is here formed, and outward it cuts the secondary phloem and secondary phloem, and outward also, like the inward, the parenchyma are formed inward. Likewise, in the outer layer of this interfascicular cambium and in between the phloem, the few layers of parenchymatous cells are also formed. So this is the secondary, these are the secondary tissues, and these in the second ring and the first ring, the secondary growth occurs, but it is only restricted within the vascular bundles. It does not form interfascicular cambium. So here the rings are not formed. So in the two layers itself they form the secondary tissue, but here in the third layer the secondary tissue are formed by interfascicular cambium and entirely inside, just like in the ring like a structure. So the first ring of secondary growth is here formed, and after the first secondary growth of the first ring completed, some cells of the parenchyma just above the phloem tissue becomes meristematic, and they also starts to form a cambium ring, the secondary cambium strip, and here the ring of cambium which is formed next this ring contains extrafascicular cambium. The term used for extrafascicular is the extrafascicular cambium, and in between the two this secondary tissue of phloem, the portion of the cambium which is formed next to it is known as the interfascicular cambium. So here in the second stage, when the second row of cambium is formed for the secondary growth, then in this row what happens, the parenchymatous cells cut by the first cambium ring, fascicular interfascicular cambium, and a phloem outside, just the parenchymatous cells above that is cut outside also few layers. In these cells, these parenchymatous cells, some cells become meristematic and they start to cut second ring of cambium, and the ring of cambium formed secondarily just above this vascular tissue is known as extrafascicular cambium. Fascicular cambium, because it is the portion of newly formed cambium which is outside the first cut secondary phloem. So it is referred as the extrafascicular cambium, and the portion of the second cambium ring which fall in between these two vascular secondary tissue is known as it is the same as the interfascicular cambium. So this is the two terms here, the extrafascicular cambium, where in the first ring, when it starts secondary growth, then the term used for the first cambium ring is the portion of cambium that fall in between the vascular bundles is known as the intrafascicular cambium, and the portion of cambium in between the two vascular bundles is known as the interfascicular cambium. But here a new term comes, that is the extrafascicular cambium, that is in the second row, the second ring of the cambium. So its function is just normal. It starts cutting just like the first layer of it starts cutting xylem inward and phloem outward, and the parenchymatous cells in between which contain the sclerenchymatous tissue, and above the cambium ring phloem is formed, and few layers of parenchymatous tissues are also cut, and then the third ring of cambium starts its formation, and just like the first and two, a third layer is formed, and in this also there is a term extrafascicular cambium, that the portion of the cambium newly cut that fall above the secondary tissues, the first cut secondary tissue is known as extrafascicular cambium, and the portion of the cambium which falls in between the two is known as the interfascicular cambium. So that is the same case. So one by one successively it cuts the rings of cambium and the secondary tissues are formed, and what happens due to cutting of the cambium, the secondary tissues, by the cambiums of the several successive rings, the pressure is generated, and hence just like the secondary in the common secondary growth, here in the cortical region there is the formation of cork cambium that starts cutting secondary cortex inward and cork outward, and due to cutting of new cells, the there is the increase in the girth of the plant. So this is the secondary growth of abnormal type which is found in the Boerhaavia stem, which comes under the heading of successive ring of cambium.